Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
We're going to head to a Big Ten check-in right now. Number one, Purdue, no surprise here, winning 100-57 tonight over Jacksonville. Zach Edey with a modest 18-8. Lance Jones with 16. Trey Kaufman-Renn with 15. Purdue 11-1 on the season. The natural questions are this. Number one, RC. If you had any concern or any thought with Purdue, big picture, because they've just been so damn good, what would it be? And number two, do you think anybody in the Big Ten can threaten them?
No. First, no one's threatening them. I think that's probably as large a gap in Power Five or Power Six conferences. I think that's how I feel about that. Maybe no. Let me take that back. Arizona and Pac-12 is first. I think that gap is ridiculous. I don't think they. Yeah, I think that's a really big gap. But I think that much in Purdue early on, and we'll find out. I don't know who challenges them. I think we're sitting here, we're looking for seconds. I think from a resume standpoint, it would be Wisconsin. You've had to say from who's had some big wins early on this year. Ohio State. I'm glad those guys have got it going. They're starting to play really really well. But challenging Purdue, it was supposed to be Michigan State. That ship has sailed. I don't believe that I think they'll figure some things out, but I have my concerns about Michigan State, and I know we'll get into them in a little bit here, but that's a large gap between if they're healthy with Purdue and the rest of the Big Ten.
Tyler?
No, nobody's challenging Purdue right now, not the way that Purdue is playing. And also, Purdue has had a lot of improvement from their guard play, in particular Fletcher Lawyer. He's really improved. Braden Smith has really improved as well. When they're playing and they're giving you production like they've been giving, Purdue can beat anybody. And also they played arguably the toughest schedule in college. And so they're battle tested. I don't like the fact that they play in the Big Ten because I think once they get into league play, they're not going to see a lot of different styles. And I don't think Big Ten has the quality teams that, SEC, Big East, or, the ACC. So that is my only concern. And also, I do think the fact that they got bounced in the first round last year is a good motivating factor and keeps them hungry.
Purdue with a net ranking of 4, 5-1 against Quad 1. 5 Quadrant 1 wins. That is the most in college basketball. And then 2-0 against Q2. They've only played one Quadrant 4 game. Like, that's something I look at, too. It's not like they've got a couple of really great wins and then they scattered across a couple of pipsqueaks. They have not done that. I think, Tyler, the follow-up is, like, if you're Matt Painter, okay, is this the if not now, then when moment for him?
Not for me. I'm a big Matt Painter fan. I think Zach Edey is as for college, and I know you've said this generational talent. I agree with you, Fanta. I think he is, the way he is dominating is extremely rare, and we don't appreciate it enough. Some people are getting a little bored with it and expect it every single night. But no, I think Painter's too good of a coach not to have another chance or to get other quality players to put himself in this position after Edey is gone. I don't agree with that one.
I think that we're not talking about Purdue being good because we know with Matt Painter, they're going to be good. That's just what it is. He's one of the best out there. But I do think there's a lot of pressure or internal pressure because you got the best dude in college basketball. And outside of what, Big Dog? Like, how many times in the history of this program can you say, I got the baddest dude in college basketball? That's not something that you're going to be able to say at Purdue. And, I've already said I think the Player of the Year award, I think that award's done. I even think the Defensive Player of the Year award is done. I think he's that dominant. He should get both of those awards right now. Unless something happens and he gets sick or something, and for a couple of days, I don't know what it'll take because he seems to be just unstoppable. I think the timing, though, is that you having a player this dominant, you got to do something special with them because they're going to win and get to the tournament going forward. But you're not going to have the national player of the year, and I think the back-to-back national player of the year. Like if you're at one of these blue bloods, the way he built that program, that's where the pressure comes from. That they're going to be good. They're great right now. They're dominant and they're great, and that's not something that Matt can hang his hat on and take lightly. And I know he doesn't, but there is a lot of pressure after last year. I think that helps them this year, and I think they'll be like Virginia was. I think they'll have that type of motivation coming into this year, and I don't think it'll slow down.
It's very strange, the discourse around the number one team in the country in college basketball. Is it not? Like, all they've done is win. They got the one loss, and it took an otherworldly performance by Boo Buie.
Right.
And every time we start a conversation with them, it's got to start with FDU or why you don't trust them or this or that or this or that. I have never in my life. This guy's got it locked up. National Player of the Year. He'll be the first back-to-back National Player of the Year since Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson. And we got people. I mean, Tyler could have been there too, and we could talk about voters all day and all that stuff. That's for a different discussion. But like, what? Why the hell, Tyler? Why the hell are there people that cover this sport that I respect and like? Like they do a great job, but there are some smart people who are like, yeah, but he's tall. Come on, man. What are you watching?
That is the dumbest. I've heard that too. And if you haven't seen Zach Edey and how he's improved, then you don't understand basketball. The way he's finishing also through contact this year is incredible. He's making some very difficult shots with multiple people hanging on him at times. He's a very tough player to actually officiate because there's a lot of times where you could probably call almost a foul every single time he's down the court. And I do think that he's such a dominant player that he requires that much attention from the defense. And also I do think that Edey's progression with his body and he is, for his footwork and his touch with his hands, for his size, that is extremely rare. And it's not just because he's tall. Believe me, there's been a lot of tall guys in college basketball that haven't been dominating or don't have the skill set that Edey has. And he has improved his touch around the rim. He's also a very good free throw shooter, and he's changed his body. So I think that's a ludicrous argument. I'm with you, Fanta.
You know why? Because he plays at Purdue, and he's not flashy. That's the only things you can hold against him. Other than that, domination, again, and he does it on both ends of the floor. So, and his improvement has been amazing. But the naysayers or the non-believers is only holding it against him because people expect that guy to be in Kentucky or Carolina or Indiana or Blue Blood, UConn. They don't expect that guy to be in Purdue. And he's not flashy. He's not, if it was Ivy and a flashy athleticism jump through your screen, you would be okay with it. That's not him. He looks like he can't jump over the curve.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.